everybody. In today's video we're going to talk about what to take and what not to take on a camping trip or a real journey. It's all about traveling on a shoestring. It's an old bike, as you can see, with old stuff, but it should do, and everybody can make long journeys without having like high-end super deluxe stuff. So let's see what you think. So I'm gonna take you around this motorcycle and lay everything out that I have with me. You will see it's not that much, and there's room enough for stuff extra or stuff you find on your road. Photo equipment, always handy, always under reach, very fast accessible and sturdy with the last band so it won't drop off. An army bag made of rubber, so I keep my food in there, it keeps dry and cool a bit. A duffel bag, waterproof of course, with my sleeping bag and my tent. Right pannier, tools, spare parts, water. In this tube there's a gasoline burner and my coffee, because I do like my coffee. Raincoat, a tank bag with my personal belongings, navigation system. What you also really need is power supply for all your electronics, like your camera, your telephone, or whatever, your laptop maybe, or your satellite radio. For me that's a USB thingy. I have it here. It's here, and it's a double one, so I can charge two accessories at the same time. It's waterproof and it's specially made for motorcycles. Headlight. Navigation, or did I say that again? Did I mention navigation? GoPro. This here's my GoPro support. With this I will film my next journey, so I can bring you more live, cool content. I can move this bracket anywhere I want. I got accessories for it, but for now it's here. It's an old GoPro because the new GoPro is standing over there and filming me. This is a tarp used for shade, or sometimes I just throw it over my motorcycle so when it's in public. Another tube with easy accessible stuff that I need. Oil, clothing, and that's it. I mentioned the panniers earlier. These are originally from a Dutch army bike, also a Moto Guzzi, called the V50 NATO. In my army days I was drafted. I used to ride a V50 NATO, and pure from nostalgic reasons I bought them. Kind of rare. These are kind of beaten up. They're not waterproof anymore. They got holes in them, I don't know what, but I still love them. It's not gasoline, it's water. I made a bracket myself so I can attach it. This one is fun too. This is a tube. It's a rain drain made from plastic. I capped it. There's a bottom in the hole. There should be a bottom also, if water gets in it can get out. And my coffee belongings are in here. And instead of a cap, that's my gasoline burner, so I can cook my coffee roadside whenever I want. Not to forget my rain suit on the right side, because the jiffy is left, so it's easy access. I unpacked my stuff and laid it all on the ground for you. I got this loading list, and I will give you a guided tour around all the stuff I take with me. The contents of my duffel bag, and this duffel bag doubles also as a doormat, as you can see. So it's a duffel bag and it's a doormat. In that doormat is a plane within my tent, so my tent always keeps dry and waterproof. You roll it out, and there's the tent. I'm not going to unpack the tent and build it for you, because that's too much hassle. In the tent, on the floor, I put a nice and warm insulation mat in it. It goes nice and smooth in the tent, so I keep nice and warm at night. And to bring a little bit of the atmosphere of home, I have my Mexican blanket. When the basics of your tent are built, you put out your sleeping bag, and in this case the sleeping bag normally is twice as big, but it's packed in what we call a compression bag. So those 4 straps make sure it's small, but this one really is huge and goes to minus 20 degrees. In here, it's also a very small item. It's my air mattress. It's not a self-inflatable, because my experience with self-inflatables is they do not self-inflate. And you still have to pump or blow or stuff. So I have one with a little internal pump, which I don't use either because that one sucks as well. So I have an electric pump with me, but I'll show you later because it's on the other side of the bike. But it goes like this, and this has a pillow as well. I have this. I bought this lovely thing in a second-hand store and I immediately fell in love with it. I have it for years, and it's, for me, this is like the embodiment of camping. This is vintage, it ain't even rare, everybody knows this. Everybody knows that cooking goes excellent with it, but frying stuff, it sticks to the pan, it turns black, but still, this on a little gasoline stove is what the essential of camping is. Well, at least to me. This thing comes with more kettles and more frying pans, but believe me, if you have only one gasoline burner, you do not need more. It's extra weight, and you can use this for storing food, storing stuff, whatever you need. So it all goes back in my rubber army bag, which I mentioned before. I stole it from the Majesty's, the Queen's Army in my draft days. With it, I have a lot of boxes with food. This should be filled with food, but it isn't. It's just for the film. But just to see how much storage that brings. Like, I always take little cans of jam. I take chorizo sausages, garlic stuff, heavy cheese. Stuff does not need a refrigerator. I also never buy bread. I take crackers, and I take always a shitload of protein bars just on the road. It's like an easy snack. You can store them everywhere, and if you're hungry or hangry, you take one and, well, you're good to go. As you see, we move to the other side of the bike, right pannier, and in my right pannier I keep my stuff that I need when I'm lost, when the bike is broken down. So first of all, I got my tool bag. I will open it up later and give you a quick run through. I got a funnel for all kind of liquids. In this piece of cardboard I carry some essential gaskets, like the sump gasket, the head gaskets, rocker cover gaskets, nice word by the way. I have a tin. I will open it up later together with the toolbox. In this tin are spare cables and other stuff you might need. Spare lights, a big padlock, and yeah, why I don't know. I carried them around for years, never used them, but something inside of my head says I might need them once. It's their intake manifolds from the carburetors. Well, yeah, they might leak, so I got spare ones. God knows why. I got my battle axe. I use it to hack down trees and hammer down the spikes of my tent. The hand grip isn't that thick, but I carry like 20 meters of cord to put up a tarp in the sun or whatever. Never used it, but it might come in handy someday. This here is a thingy that I got last year from a camping owner. He gave it to me. He said, well, carry it with you. You can put your side stand on it and you will remember us forever. So that's the value of a good souvenir. We discussed the air mattress, the not self-inflatable mattress. And here I got this. Well, it's a lump, but it's a pump. It's a cheap ass pump. Bought it at the drugstore, cut off the wires. I made 2 clamps on it so I can put it on the battery. Yeah, I can make an input manifold and stuff, but then it won't fit on the BMW. or any other bike. This fits on a car, this fits on my bike, this fits on everything with 12 volts. So with everything with 12 volts I can use this air compressor to blow up tires or to blow up my air mattress or whatever needs to be blown up. My water supply, it goes here. The bracket, you can buy those for a shitload of money, or you can take a piece of tin, or you can take a piece of aluminum or zinc and fold it yourself for like €2.50. The choice is up to you. Why water on the side? Because I want my coffee, and in this is my coffee tube. This is my on-the-go barista. This is my cafe house. This is my donut shop. This is, well, there's nothing better than roadside coffee. And in this tube, this is my coffee tube together with the water can I got from here. First of all, thank you, Her Majesty the Queen, for my Coleman petrol stove. Well, you might know how it works. Normally, you fill it up here. You can fill it up with normally gasoline, which is freely available on your motorcycle. You pump up the jam like this, close the lid, and you set the world on fire. Meanwhile, you prepare your coffee, and it is the best espresso in the world. In here. So, and we'll wait for it to cook. In the right pannier I also carry an inner tube for my tires. It's a used one, but still a good one, and well, to be honest, I never had a flat tire on the road. I have inner tubes, I have good tires, but it's like an umbrella. If you don't take one with you, it starts to rain. A raincoat is a raincoat, and it doesn't rain, so a quick run around in my toolbox. That was a bit too fast. It's not a voltmeter, but you can find a voltage with it, or you got 12 volts or not. Pliers, always handy. More pliers, more handy. Sockets, a little bit of extra gasoline hose. Goods are mostly built together with Allen screws, so this is real value. And this one is especially cut off because then I can put a wrench on it and get my alternator out if I might need so. More wrenches. What you might need here is feeler gauges to adjust your spark plugs, and when you want to adjust the valve timing on the fly. It's an umbrella. If you don't carry it, you need it. Knife, screwdrivers, extra spark plugs. Well, as you see, they're brand new, never used. Well, here's this wrench for my spark plugs, the sockets. I carry tie rips, bits and pieces of wire. It's just MacGyver stuff, but MacGyver stuff brings you everywhere. So I'm a bit of a MacGyver. And here's the real value. And I must say this is a lifesaver. This tin can, I open it for you, contains, I got some bolts, I got some copper rings, aluminium rings. I even have some Schroeder valve, don't know why. Extra, there's a clutch wire and gas wires. And in here, well, I must say, this helped more fellow bikers than it helped myself. I just had one broken clutch cable, and in it is a repair set, but you can fix like any motorcycle's cables with everything that's in here. So I carry it just for the purpose to help you guys. And of course I carry some spare lighting because you don't want to be in the dark. Nothing better than roadside coffee. Well, what can I say? It's a rain suit. It looks shitty, it's hot, it's old school, it's cheap, but it works. If I can give you one tip, put it on before the rain, not during. If it starts raining, you're too late. If it starts raining, you will not find a spot to put it on dry. So put it on before the rain. The contents of my tank bag, well, I carry on personalities in there. It's stuff that I need on the spot, stuff that I need immediately, and my valuables that I want to take with me when I leave the bike behind, because if I zip off this part, it functions as a backpack as well. So that's easy and you have all your stuff with you. So, most valuable, your wallet. Take it with you. The insurance papers and your motorcycle. Oh, by the way, in your wallet you have your ID and your ownership paid documents of your bike. So keep that with you, because in fact that piece of paper is your bike. What I also carry, and that might seem a bit silly, is like paper maps. Because if you go to places like Poland or Estland, Letland, well, Garmin doesn't know everything. So, and this year I'm planning to go into Romania and Bulgaria. Well, I don't know what Garmin says about those places, but the real small roads they don't know. So I take paper maps. Then I come to the old man's department. Spare reading glasses, because you will lose one pair of reading glasses. You will, believe me, you will. Been there, done that. An extra pair of sunglasses. I have nice Ray-Bans because they look good. You can buy cheap ass sunglasses. If they work, they work. Then I have this motorcycle goggly thing, and it has extra sunglasses and it has extra clear glasses. And now the light enhancement glasses are in, but it's somewhere around in this room, so I don't want to show you. Go in as well. And now for the real old people, if you're reading maps, a magnifying glass. Yeah, you know that you're old when you need a magnifying glass. I am, so I keep it with me because it's handy. Keys to everything. Another thing, somewhere in this pouch I keep a set of spare keys in a hidden pocket. Just if I lose these, if I lose the keys of my bike, I still can get away somewhere. I can go places with my bike. A flask. It's filled with a single malt whiskey. I got this flask from a friend of mine. He was very dear to me, so it's got the names of my best friends on it, my best buddies. So everywhere I am around the world, at night, sitting in front of my tent, feeling lonely, I take a sip of this flask and I think of my friends, and I'm feeling warm again. But that's probably the whiskey. As said, the souvenir that goes under your jiffy. Kick out the jiffy in the mud and your motorcycle will sink. Use one of these and it doesn't. One flashlight and another flashlight. Why two? Because one will break or you will lose one. Pocket knife, always handy. It's not a Leatherman, I'm European, so it's a Victorinox because it's got Phillips head on it. I have a lighter and matches. Preferably I have lighters because they work in the wind and matches don't. And this is what I really love. This is my my diary I keep, my travel diary. My thoughts, my muses, my things I find on the road, tickets, maps. I treasure them, and at the end of the journey I write stories about it, but this is my memory. Again, 1 pen is good, 2 pens is better. 5 pens is not way better because you will lose them. I carry 2 of these, and this one is an extra scarf, 2 pairs of gloves in it, motorcycle gloves, inner gloves, outer gloves. They are my summer gloves and my inner gloves, and in combination with my autumn gloves I have 6 pairs of gloves combined. So think about that one. This one is easy. In fact, I keep my electronics in here, I keep my SD cards in here, extra pens, piece of cord, charging devices, needles, threads, just stuff you don't need. but stuff you need when you don't carry them. And now you might laugh, but this one you need, it's sunscreen, because, well, if you ride with an open face helmet like I do, your nose will turn red. You will not feel it by the riding wind, but in the end of the day, after 2 days, you will be burnt, and it's not nice. Just use it. I have like this zip bag around it, because if I don't, it will open and it will ruin everything I previously shown you. Last but not least, yeah, I'm a kid of this age, so a handy. Yeah, and I forgot, because if you put your helmet on, your hair always looks bad, so I keep my cap with me. So yes, and now we come to this side of the bike, and well, as I mentioned before, this is my tarp. I put it here. I only use it when I want to camouflage my bike. I really wanted one with camo print, but this is an old one. I found it somewhere secondhand. It works. It's waterproof, and I use it when I want to hide away the beauty of this motorcycle. So on this side I have this tube as well. First of all is my safety vest. In some countries it's prohibited. You need to have one. As you can see, it's never used, but I hope I will never have to use it, because if I have to use it, something bad happens. 2 fast drying towels. I mean fast drying, they're like from this fabric stuff, and these dry in the sun in like 5 minutes. Emergency kit. I carry medicine, I carry a bit of painkiller, everything you need. This is for sucking out bee stings, wasp stings. I used that last year in Poland. I've been bitten twice by a wasp. Follow my stories on Paulus Goes Narva, then it's useful. Dettol, that's disinfectant, and I carry some Band-Aid and God knows what. If accidents are bigger than this kit can help, then, well, I don't know, then I'm dead or something. So it goes here, easy access. So you all know where this is for. So yeah, I want to easy access as well. Cover on it. Yep. And now the big question you've all been asking yourself, what is the Jan Linders bag? The Jan Linders bag is my clothing. I keep some an extra flannel, you know. Sometimes I feel blue, sometimes I feel red. A warm vest, underwear, t-shirts. Especially, well, I want to mention, buy some long underwear, long sleeve underwear for, especially in the Ardennes. In early spring or late summer, it can be freezing at night, so you might want to have that as a kind of a pajamas. Also carry enough socks, warm socks. One thing I really loved, I found that this is a zip-off pants, but it's a zip-off motorcycle pants. It's Kevlar enforced, and the fun thing is, it uses the same protection, knee protection, hip protection, as my motorcycle jeans I'm wearing right now. So I can, well, come to the campsite, zip off the pants, remove the pads, and I'm in holiday mode. And then why this bag? This bag because it's waterproof and it matches, it fits exactly in the pannier. You also want to carry an extra bag for your dirty laundry. And I mean, you don't want to mix your dirty underwear and dirty socks with your clean clothing. Personal stuff, toothpaste, a sanitation bag. You know, I got one with a hook because a hook is easy. You can hang it. There's no mirror in it. I got 2 mirrors on my motorcycle, so this one will do. It's got the basics in it. I mean, a comb, beard wax, stuff like that. Nothing special, nothing fancy. So that fits in that bag. So I'm wrapping this video up. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something from it. If I've got something to learn from you, please leave a comment in the comment section. Normally packing my bike takes me half an hour. So I get up in the morning, put on the coffee, and before the coffee is done, the bike's packed and I'm going. So see you next time. Bye.